Good morning. Hello. Hi. I'm Kimberly Crawford, and this is the 10 a.m. version of Intention Tuesday, and we are live. How are you all? Did you enjoy your Easter? Are you feeling replenished, or are you feeling like you've basically drug yourself over some mythical finish line? Pardon me. Well, I don't know about you, but I've been on this journey of parties and birthdays and events, like literally every weekend since the beginning of March. And it's abundant and wonderful. And it's showing me where I could exercise better boundaries. And that there's this tiny little kid in me that's saying, you know, you must say yes, so they will, like you, and so everybody, so you're offering value. It's like that little 7-year old that wants to be picked for the kickball team, right? And with every single event that was back to back, where it barely allowed you to catch your breath, I became more unraveled. The house didn't look like it came out of Better Homes and Garden. The food maybe wasn't perfect. The all of the appearances, that we think are so important. It was just like it stripped down to the authentic person that we all were, that I am. It stripped us down to the essence of why we were gathering. And by this last event, which happened to be Easter, it really brought home what was happening over the course of all these events. It was embodying those same virtues of taking in the light to rise, embodying that God source energy of being being exactly who you are, and and embracing that light and rising up, right? And it is nearly impossible to rise if you are not touching on all of the foundations, right? On all of the cornerstones, the mental, physical, right? Spiritual. And today, that brings me to our topic of self care, right? We're really going to be honing in on the physical aspect of it and where we're at. We're going to check in with our bodies to see how we feel and move through our mantra, which will help us support us now and throughout the week. So know that you are already in sacred space, and I have already called in all of the support teams on all of the multiple dimensions that are available to us in regards to practicing this essence. So I'm going to ask that you find a chair, get in a relaxed posture where you've got a elevated straight spine. Tip your pelvis forward a little bit, like rotate those hips up a little bit, and take a nice deep breath in and hold it. Now let it go. And again, we're going to take that nice deep belly breath in. I want you to breathe from the bottom up. Okay, you're going to pull in that breath. You're going to let your belly just relax and expand. And you're going to bring that breath up. It's going to open up your lungs and your chest. Widen that space. And then when you fill up to the top, you're going to hold it for just a beat or two. And then we're going to let it go. Ready? Here we go. Into the nose. Really relax that belly. Just let it just unfold. No one's watching. Now hold Release. And as you release, you're feeling those shoulders dropping, right? Allow yourself to stretch. We're going to do another breath in, and this time, as you breathe in, I invite you to lean forward just a little bit. This tells our somatic body to trust. This is good. More, please. Okay, so breathing in, leaning forward just a little bit. Here we go. In through the nose. Leaning forward, holding it at the top. Release. And then leaning back and relaxing. Awesome sauce. Okay, are you ready for mantra number 14 by our fantastic Jill Keene? I am, so let's go. All right, today we bring our focus to self-love and how self-care allows the bigger picture to come through. I know all of us struggle with self-care. When we're living in love, everything is a loving act, but this isn't something we just do, turning it on and off. This is what we must be. It is essential to have a body that you love, to love your life, to have awareness, appreciation, and gratitude, which cultivates self-compassion. Self-love, self-care allows the bigger love to come through. You hear that? Self-love and self-care allows the bigger love to come through. We must do this and continue this work. We can only receive the level of love or frequency of love that we are willing to offer ourselves. And I'll say that again. We can only receive the level of love or frequency of love that we are willing to give ourselves. Not others, right? Not those that we want to be impressed, or our family that we love and that we will give them the biggest piece of chicken even though you haven't eaten all day, right? You have to set the bar for yourself first. It's like that oxygen mask that comes down from that airplane, right? You've got to be able to oxygenate so then you can overflow and help everyone around you with joy and abundance. But you cannot receive abundance from a place of lack, a perspective of scarcity. The vibrations just cannot coexist. Okay, this takes practice. Holding such a high vibration, we must consistently stretch our inner world to be bigger in the outer world. It is not just about existing. We are being called to fully embody love. I love that. This starts with conscious choices about what we plug into. What we listen to, what we take in, how we speak. This reminds me. Okay, so part of raising our vibration is also having incredible friends that remind us who we are, what our essence is. And we have a carpool in the mornings to help all of us magical mamas handle our day, right? And we're able to lean on one another. And today my children forgot their homework or whatever, and I wasn't able to participate. And so my text blast was, hey, I'm sorry. I, can't do carpool today. And my beautiful friend Ceci offered this. Please, sunshine, never apologize. Let's switch it to thanks for understanding. There's no carpool today. Love you so much and have a beautiful day, right? So self-care is also about surrounding yourself with others who will keep your vibration high. Okay, so we spend more time with ourselves than anyone else does. So how are we honoring ourselves? Are we hurting our own feelings more than anyone else with our negative self-talk or our negative behaviors and habits, right? What is that inner dialogue like that we are offering ourselves? And will we treat others as badly as we treat ourselves? Do we think about our choices? Are we a part of this co-creation with the divine intentionally, or are you on autopilot? Not enough sleep, not the right food, poor self-talk. 99% of our time is being a human doer and not a human being. Are we making choices that go against our gut or intuition? We have a responsibility to monitor our internal grids. Gratitude for the body, that we have one. Optimizing and marshaling our life force so that we can be the love we want to see. Knowing that gratitude, that appreciation moves through our personal grids and gets uploaded into the universal field. Yes, we fail, but we learn. Yes, the failures are painful, but we stretch a little in every one of them. Yes, we forgive ourselves and continue to love ourselves, because without that, how can we really love anyone or anything else? Mantra number 14, I use the power of choice to activate my self-compassion. In taking care of myself, I take care of the world. Again, mantra number 14, I use the power of choice to activate my self-compassion. In taking care of myself, I take care of the world. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. I'm going to talk you through mantra number 14. You relax and fill up and overflow. That's your job. Part of that self-care is really dropping into our bodies, dropping into this present moment. So I invite you to take stock. How is your forehead feeling? Feel free to bring your fingers up and rub this spot. Or there's a beautiful tapping technique that you can do, bringing it all the way to your temples. Just gently tapping back and forth. This will call you back to your body. So with kindness and love, with each connection between your fingers and the skin of your forehead, there's a love exchange. There's that appreciation. Now I'd like you to take your middle fingers and with firm pressure, press on your brows, sliding those fingers to the end. Gosh, there's so many acupuncture points that we are touching, offering our body release. So much stress is held here in this space, in our mental space here. Do you know what stress really is? This stress that's captured in our cells. Stress is the feeling of being here, yet yearning to be somewhere else. Feeling like you should be there, or feel different, or look different, or behave differently. So today, in honor of our self-care, we are going to allow ourselves to be where we are. And not only allow ourselves to be where we are, but declare, I want the now. I want this moment. I celebrate being in this moment, and I fill up. I am taking in everything the universe is offering me in support of this moment. I'm not beyond help. I welcome the help, right? I'm drinking it in. I'm allowing each cell, their little doorways are opening, and there's a welcome mat at that threshold. And our cells are saying, come on in, fill me up, fill me up. So here we are in this amazing now moment. I use the power of choice to activate self-compassion. In taking care of myself, I take care of the world. Breathing in, continuing to relax our stomach, allowing our lungs to unfold, feeling that connection from our feet being pulled and nourished by the earth. Those cords of support that are always there for us. We simply need to turn our awareness toward it, utilizing the tools like the pivot, turning away from things that make us feel bad, like thinking we should be anywhere else but where we are, and activating our faith that this moment is exactly where we need to be. So leaning your body forward just a little bit. Put that smile on your face, even if it feels forced a bit, that's okay. And breathing in through your nose. Nice and deep. And then relax on the exhale. Our wants are activated by the essence of the same frequency, which is the desire for happiness and joy. And you could say, well, not even, that seems so far away. What I want is security or empowerment, right? Or validation or harmony and peace. And you want all those things so we can journey over the bridge to joy, which is our essence, to happiness, right? All of these experiences offered to us in every moment reflects how far away or how close we are to our essence, to our joy state. And doing things like this allow us to pause and rest and take account. Celebrating wherever we are, releasing the resistance of thinking anything else should be existing in this moment. I use the power of choice to activate my self-compassion. In taking care of myself, I take care of the world. In our last 2 minutes, I'd like you to focus your attention on the world and just send appreciation for existing within it, for being a part of the universal field. This global consciousness, this galactic family, right, that we are experiencing here on Earth School. Send appreciation. Share that overflow of celebrating where you are. I use the power of choice to activate my self-compassion. In taking care of myself, I take care of the world. I use the power of choice to activate my self-compassion. In taking care of myself, I take care of the world. For the last 40 seconds, I invite you to call yourself back into this physical body while holding on to the connection that you have beyond time and space. Thank you for taking the time to connect with me and watch this video. Thank you for being a part of this tribe. I so appreciate you. Jill and I feel so honored that this is part of our journey and our service to our greater good. And there's our 10 minutes. That one seemed to have some expansion. It didn't seem to fly by like all the others, so I'm appreciative of that. So I want to send you off with some sound. Know that I'm sending each of you love, deep appreciation, may you come back to this mantra throughout the week and practice it as often as it can serve and fulfill you. And please know that this is the highlight of our week. I look forward to meditating with you again tonight at 10 p.m. with Jill. In the meantime, sending ease and grace.